Hello and welcome to Forgotten Not Gone. I am a Jaded Gamer and today I will be asking, do you remember Nox? Originally released in January 2000 by Westwood Studios EA, this action role-playing game stood out due to its unique control systems, ominous world and quirky humour, among many other reasons. So let's find out what those are.
Tonande bak, tonande bek, te du segite amoa, denande tak, denande tek, hirumen alla sedulu. Hail Sabriman trapped in the dark, hail Sabriman adrift on thy bark. Dark lords banish, thy reign is nigh, my time to bring the orb or die.
Golden tonight, Jack. Chickens on the griddle.
My undead lords within the core, your name I hail, enfold the orb!
What the heck?
Donande tak, donande tek, herumenta la sed. Damn.
Hun, you want bacon?
You know I do. Damn TV.
Lousy second-rate candle makers, kill them all when I rule the world. What sort of half-baked operation do they think I'm running here? Now where was I? Dananda-tat, da-da-da. Yeah. Oh yeah. I call upon the power of one dark name, one black heart, one grievous soul. I call upon the power of Remorum Sanctissimum!
What the?
At last, the power of the orb is mine, and with it the souls of the dead. Soon I shall rule triumphant over all of Nox!
Blazes! What manner of demon spawn dares attack my ship? Off, you mutant imp, or you'll have no head to put a hat on!
Wait, please! I need your help. I don't know what's happened or where I am or... What is this place?
No place at all, except the clouds. But off the noble Julian you go, under your power, or by the lift of my boot!
Ah!
Hold on, what's this?
It's my TV.
And what does this TV do?
Do? Doesn't really do anything. You just watch it. See, here's where you plug it in, and this knob changes the channels. I think it's broken.
Intoxicating. The look of it promises a host of mysteries.
You should see it when it's on.
Give me the glass box, imp, and I'll spare you your deadly plummeting fate.
Why do you keep calling me Imp? My name is Jack.
Granted, you've no wings, but you fly like an imp.
I can't fly. I fell. I fell here from my living room.
Fell from what? No matter. It's either overboard with gravity as your guide, or I take the TV as fare for safe passage. Deal?
Can you take me home? Tina made bacon tonight.
Bacon-bound we go, imp. But first, I need your help with something.
Now, in case you missed that, the woman is the antagonist, and yes, she will be chewing the scenery in every scene she's in. And the guy in modern clothing is you, the mostly silent protagonist. As of the game's final patch, it offers several game modes: multiplayer, which was the original demo for the game that got me hooked on it, solo quest, which is a random level which you can tackle with any character type you want, and solo, the main campaign of the game, split into 3 archetypes. There is the warrior, who excels in close combat, and has 5 abilities designed to counteract spellcasters mostly. the Conjurer, capable of casting spells, as well as summoning and charming creatures to do his bidding. And the Wizard, capable of casting over 50 unique spells, and by far the most challenging to play. My playthrough of the game will be focusing mostly on the Warriors campaign, but when a unique situation comes up with either the Conjurer or the Wizard, I'll be adding in their segment, as there is some considerable differences between each campaign at certain points, while other points are identical.
I do believe I perceive the glint of a young fire knight in your eye. Could be. If that be your path, then the way of the warrior. Find your way through these brooding mountains to the great subterranean fortress Dunmere. Find the warlord Horrendous. Learn his ways, the way of the warrior. And maybe, just maybe, you'll survive our knocks. We have arrived, lad. Dunmere. Timeless fortress home of the warrior way, training grounds of the glorious Fire Knights. Gain entry to Dunmere, find the academy, and then be ready for the test of your life, the gauntlet. It weeds out the weak recruits.
As mentioned previously, this game has quite a unique control scheme. The character's face direction is bound to where the mouse is pointed. Holding the right mouse button will cause Jack to be propelled forward based on how close the cursor is to the character. So if it's close he'll walk, if it's far he'll run, and you can transition between the two as needed. Left clicking will swing your weapon or fire your projectile, and this can be performed while moving, allowing for some very fun hit and run tactics. Overall, these controls feel buttery smooth and unlike anything else I've ever played. This game is absolutely chocked full of secret areas, which is one of my favourite parts about it. They're often obscured by a wall that can be broken down, or a shifting block that needs to be triggered in some way. Secret areas contain money, equipment, and a little bonus to your experience. And if you find enough of them through the game, you'll be able to ascend to the highest level in the game, level 11. Speaking of secrets, there is one hidden in the starting zone that I neglected to show here, because I wanted to know if anybody else found it. Let me know in the comments if you did.
What? A wizard spy? Yeah!
Come with us peacefully, or I'll bash you again.
Here we're shown just how brutal the politics can be in Nox, and how much warriors and wizards dislike each other.
I'm the quartermaster of Dunmere. If you wish to run the gauntlet, you'll need official sponsorship.
Hello, I'm Gearhart, Chief Engineer for Dunmere. The gauntlet is brutal, and getting past the quartermaster is the toughest part. I'll tell you what, if you'll do me a favor, I'll put in a good word for you. How about it? Good! My family grows the finest apples in Dunmere. Unfortunately, a foul little urchin has moved into the cave near our orchard. He has aggravated the bats, and now they attack anyone who enters the orchard. Go kill the urchin, and when you return, I'll sign your petition. Here, take this ruby key. It'll open the orchard gate.
Here we get a good chance to test out the combat, and the first one involves chasing opponents, which is a really good start.
Bats are everywhere! Ooh! Bats! Bats! Run away!
Excellent! You've killed the urchin. Here's your petition. Show it to the quartermaster and he'll let you into the gauntlet. Good luck.
Your petition is in order. You may now enter.
I remember a spry, callow youth named Jandor, who stood at this very threshold, gateway to the gauntlet, the supreme test. You were like the young Jandor in many ways. Impetuous, headstrong, and maybe too overconfident. The gauntlet will cure you of all that, lad. If you make it through, then Horrendous will decide your worthiness as an apprentice from there. Get going. You have a long way before you can wear the hallowed crest of a Fire Knight. You have to survive the gauntlet first.
Horrendous, here is another recruit who wishes to add to the glory of the Fire Knights.
Welcome, candidate. I am Horrendous. Participation in the gauntlet is a time-worn honor. I trust you will not dishonor us, or yourself, by failing. Since here, dishonor equals death. Now go forth, and bring glory to us all.
Welcome, candidate. You're just in time. Step forward and witness the next candidate run the gauntlet and add to the glory of the Fire Knights. Come on, let's watch.
I hope nothing bad happens.
For the glory of Horrendous!
That's it for me.
Not the right stuff. Well, you're next. Good luck, candidate.
I reckon that first candidate did about as well as I would in real life. The Gauntlet is a great start to the game. It tests you on everything you'll need to know for the rest of it, and all without directly telling you how to do it. I quite like this little room here, as it tests your observational skills. You can just run down the corridor, dodging the spiders and the fireballs, or if you're observant, notice that there's a gate on the side, and that the fencing can be destroyed at the far end, so you can just avoid it all entirely if you wish. Jack is also capable of jumping to avoid ground-based hazards. This includes lava, jets of fire, poison, and so on. It is quite effective. You can also leap over some low objects like counters and the such. The final test of the gauntlet is combat, and there are several ways you can defeat your opponent. I chose environmental. Jack achieves level 2 here, applies his first warrior ability, a charge attack, by far his most useful ability.
Congratulations, warrior. You are indeed worthy of the title.
Well, I see you made it out in one piece. Good work, lad. While you were running the gauntlet, the express elevator jammed, trapping Gerhardt in the main power room deep below the city. Horrendous is concerned for our chief engineer. We must go beneath the city and find Gerhardt. Step onto the service elevator. From there, we'll go past the sewers and down to the main power room. Oh, blast it all! Now the service elevator's jammed. I'll try to find another way down. Find Gerhardt!
Gotta keep those eyes open. Secrets are everywhere.
Can anyone hear me? I'm over here. Hey, it's you! You made the gauntlet. There are some really big bugs out there. I had to lock myself in while working on the power room gears. Here, take this key and circle back to the locked gate. Impressive, the way you dispatched those beasts. Now for our escape. I've rigged the express elevator to get us out of here, but both of these red buttons must be pressed at the same time. Wait for me to press my switch, then you push yours. Go ahead. It worked! It worked! You go first.
Thank the stars you're both alive. You'll make a fine fire knight, lad. Horrendous will be grateful that you brought his chief engineer back in one piece.
Thank you, young warrior. You've helped me twice in one day.
Something is very wrong in this land. Now a rash of urchin hostilities has thrown all of Ix into turmoil. The urchins have stolen Mayor Theogrin's scepter. These beasts even have the ruthless audacity to hold up in the Ix cemetery. A seasoned fire knight was already dispatched to retrieve the scepter. No word. The worst is feared. Now Horrendous has chosen you, an apprentice knight, to go in. He must feel your strange origins are a factor of advantage. Make your way then to the cemetery at Ix. Get the scepter and rein these foul, unruly urchins in.
Something is deeply amiss in our land. I need you to travel to Ix. There you must seek the mayor, Theogrin. He has requested our assistance in dealing with the recent surge of violence in the local creatures. Take these supplies and gold. Go to the shop for any other provisions. Then make haste. The road across these bridges will take you to Ix.
And that is the open areas for the warrior. Now let's have a look at the conjurer, see how that compares.
Take care on the way to Ix. There have been reports of bandits.
When following your destiny's particular path, the way of the conjurer, a discreet and undetected arrival is more often the best policy, lad. Here, at the abandoned manor mines, you'll find a tunnel which takes you into the very heart of the village of Ix. Once there, you must find the master conjurer of Ix, Aldwin. I'll bring you no further, lad. Too many prying eyes the closer we get by air to the village of Ix. Follow the tunnel which leads to Ix. Find my old friend Aldwin. He'll help you if he can. Take this staff. Forest beasts will heed its bite should they threaten. Careful as you go, lad.
We're introduced to our first spell here, Pixie Swarm. Spawns several little pixies that will attack enemies for you in a kamikaze style. When a spell is cast, it drains X amount of mana from your pool. This can be recharged either by waiting, which takes a fair while, or standing next to a mana crystal, which will drain the crystal of the mana and give it to you.
What is your goal, do you remember? Aldwin is your goal. You cannot undertake your sacred conjurer studies without him. To find Aldwin in a village of conjurers might require getting to know the village better, so it knows you, so to speak, eh? It wouldn't hurt to get to know the mayor, since you need his permission to leave Ix when you're ready to go. But above all, keep your mind on the goal, lad. Aldwin. Find Aldwin.
Greetings, citizens of Ix. I come bearing gifts for the future subjects of my queen, Hecuba. Away from me, filthy peasants!
It's a disaster. Spiders are Mayor Theogrin's greatest fear, and a swarm has nested in his study. He's locked himself away and won't come out till the spiders are gone. A conjurer named Aldwin lives outside of town to the east. We need him to charm the spiders and liberate our besieged mayor.
Unlike warriors or wizards, conjurers are capable of using bows and crossbows.
No doubt you're here for the archery contest. I've got a real nice bow for sale. Since I like your face, I'll let it go for 100 gold. Are you interested? There you go. That bow was made for you. You can't lose the contest with a bow like that.
Are you entering the archery contest? If so, you'll need your own bow and an entrance fee of 20 in gold. We provide the arrows. Well, do I enter you or not? All right, everything looks in order.
It's just a simple matter of point and click, Jack will do the rest. However, there's little quirks with the enemy's AI in this game, which makes them quite difficult to shoot sometimes, which I quite like as it ups the challenge. But it does end up feeling a bit frustrating, especially if you're using a crossbow.
Take it to the firing line when you're ready. Ready, set, begin! Congratulations to our new champion archer. Your prize is 50 gold pieces.
Stand back. I'll handle this. I make a good living charming wolves.
Huh? Huh?
Greetings. I am Master Conjurer Aldwin, and you are sent by the captain, eh? Well, there is indeed room for one more apprentice, but you must pay 30 in gold for your charm creature spell. Do you accept my offer? Very well. This book has a spell to charm creatures. The scroll is a field guide to spiders, which allows you to charm them. You must stay nearby when charming a creature. If you move too far away before the charm has set, it will break the spell. Once a creature is charmed, you may banish it from this world or make it obey your commands. Take the elevator down to the cellar, then find a tunnel which leads directly to the magic shop in town. You will encounter scores of spiders down there. Practice your new spell on them.
Unlike the warrior and the wizard, when a conjurer gains a scroll of a beast, not only does it give you a bit of flavor text on them, it allows him to charm or summon the creature at a later point in the game. So it is advantageous to collect as many as you can. There is one drawback when charming a creature though. You do not gain the experience when it dies or is banished. Just a little something to think about.
Thank goodness. A conjurer. Go on inside. The mayor is still held up in his chambers.
Finally, A conjurer has come to my aid.
Huh?
You did it? They're gone? Really gone? I'll be right out.
Huh?
Brave conjurer, my deepest thanks. You are worthy of your new title. The guards will be informed that you are now free to come and go from Ix as you please. Take this gold as payment for your service. I insist.
With the mayor's spider problem solved, why don't we check out how the wizard plays?
Wild beasts have invaded the manor mines, threatening many workers. One from our ranks must go, take charge, and tame these abominable creatures. The work of a great wizard is a sight to behold, a mastery of magical power channeled to the most astounding effect. So, you should know that in all of Nox, Horvath is the name synonymous with the greatest of wizards. And your timing is auspicious. As I speak, Horvath is looking for an apprentice. Win his favor, and his sacred citadel will become your home, the Wizard's Tower in Castle Gallivor. Succeed with him, and your future on Nox is assured. Hard, cold facts, lad. You must become a wizard's apprentice before you can gain entry to the Tower of Illusion. The one controlling that is the arch-wizard Horvath, an old friend of mine. I know Horvath is in need of a worthy apprentice, but are you worthy, lad? Follow the beach road, find the home of his new apprentice, and beware of urchins. They can be the most nettlesome of pests at best. I guarantee you don't want to learn their worst, lad.
The wizard's first spell is Missile of Magic, because copyright. It's a homing attack, goes for one target initially. Spells in this game can be leveled between 1 and 3, the third one usually being a quite empowered version with additional effects, or targets.
Thieving little creatures. The urchins just moved into our area and have already made absolute pests of themselves. I am Arch-Wizard Horvath. I am looking for my apprentice. I fear he has been lost in a nearby urchin den. If you could find him and bring him back to me, I would be willing to bring you along with us to Gallivor. Come, I will show you the way to the wretched urchin den outside my apprentice's home. Here's a spellbook and some other articles you might need. Unlock the gate. Just follow the road, and I expect you will have no trouble finding these detestable interloping urchins. Good luck. I hope to see you again.
Thank you for trying to rescue me, but I'm already too far gone. The urchins, they weren't acting alone. It was a necromancer.
The lightning spell is one of my personal favourites, mostly due to the animations, but I am pretty good at overestimating the distance that it works at.
My apprentice's robe. Dark fortunes must have befallen him. You have proven the urchins were no match for you. Perhaps you might make a good apprentice. Yes. Follow me to the laboratory, and when you are ready, just step into the teleporter, and you will be brought to Gulliver. We have much work ahead of us when we arrive.
I could not have anticipated this development, lad, as events seem to be moving at their own unsettling speed. You have been called upon by Horvath to go to the mysterious Wizard Tower. He must believe in you, because he is entrusting you to apprentice with him and to do research in the Forgotten Library.
Welcome to the city of Gulliver, realm of the wizards. You will be my new apprentice. Everything has been arranged. You may shop for anything you need, but do not tarry too long. I shall meet you in my office inside the Tower of Illusion. Just take Spire Street and you will find the tower.
So, you're Horvath's new apprentice. Impressive. Master Horvath's chamber is down the hall to your right, first door past the elevator. I've unlocked the south doors for you. Welcome to the guild.
Hello, apprentice. Could you hit that red button on the wall when I give you the signal? I would really appreciate the help. Just let me get into position first. Okay, now. It worked! I can't believe it worked! Oh, thank you. You must be good luck. Go ahead and hit the button again to reverse the transfer. Well, this is certainly a problem, isn't it? Uh-oh. Don't tell Horvath about this. I'll try to sort it out on my own.
You're here. Good. Your first task as my new apprentice is very important. Something strange is transpiring in Nox. Wildlife incursions in the settled areas is on a steady rise. My attempts to scry out the cause have been fruitless. A mysterious force clouds my view. You may help me change that. There is an underground section of the library where our archives are kept. Before this tower was built, it served as our main repository of tomes and related articles. It contains numerous secret bookcases and a few traps, which were originally designed to keep out uninvited visitors. Most of this forgotten section of the library has not been used in many years. The antiquated records indicate this section contains 2 items which might be crucial to my investigation. The first is the Amulet of Clarity. The second is the Book of Oblivion. If you can retrieve these objects for me quickly, I hope they will help furnish the answers I seek.
Hey, you shouldn't be in here. Who are you?
I am the servant of Hecuba, queen of the necromancers. I come for the Book of Oblivion. Surrender it now.
Lads, escort this madman out of here.
Pitiful wizards are no match for a necromancer. Thanks for the book, old man. Tell Horvath that my queen would like to meet him someday. Soon.
Oh, how can this be? That evil one defeated both of my novices. There's no time to summon help. Quickly, you must stop him before the Book of Oblivion is lost.
Oh, those necromancers are so cheesy. Oh, by the way, you can spam kill the spiders here to get an early level 2 as a wizard. You're welcome. Along with damage reduction, the force field spell also prevents your wizard from being one-shot, which happens a lot.
These should slow you down. You think I run in fear of you, boy? You believe that I am afraid to face you? Come then, I weary of our little game. Come and embrace your death. What? No! Trolls everywhere! Ah!
It's my favourite line read in the entire game.
John! John! Done! Done! John!
The Book of Oblivion is saved. Horvath will need my Amulet of Clarity to interpret the writings. Here, take both items to him.
You have done well, apprentice. These items will certainly aid my attempts to break the forces interfering with my magic. It would seem there is nothing you cannot accomplish.
Let's check up on the warrior before we continue along the wizard path.
Warrior of Dunmere, we've been expecting you. The urchins who dwell nearby have gone mad. They burrowed into the city and stole my scepter. A warrior chased the little pests into the cemetery, but hasn't returned yet. Go into the cemetery located east of here and recover my scepter from the urchins. When you return, please see me. I should be in my house at the center of town.
Just when you think urchins aren't annoying enough, they start casting spells at you.
My brother in arms, many thanks for coming to my aid. But too late, I'm afraid. My wounds are mortal. I cannot move. But I must tell you, I chased the urchins into the cemetery's underground crypt. But the crypt has been violated by yet another bizarre evil. Hordes of undead. I saw them near the entrance, commanded by a woman's voice. She was chanting...
My scepter! Thank you, warrior! We are all deeply grateful for the brave service you rendered. Here, take this as a humble gift from the village. The captain awaits you at the front gates. You should purchase any supplies you need first, then go speak with him straight away.
What ho! You returned, lad. Or should I say, warrior? Your encounter with the undead is most troublesome. I can't ignore the facts. Too many strange things have happened since you arrived. I fear I know who's behind all this. If so, then we're lucky that there were only a few bodies buried in this cemetery. Quickly, we must go on to the field of valor. The ghosts of our past come to haunt us once again. Decades ago on this sacred plain, armies from the north and south met in a deadly contest to decide the fate of Nox. And those that fell remain here in the Tomb of Valor. And here too on this killing field, a young leader, the hero Jandor, tired of mayhem and death, drew the line at the life of a young infant. The baby girl's name was Hecuba, the sole bearer of the Northern Mage's cursed blood legacy. Jandor let her live on among the ogres. Years later she disappeared, but Hecuba may be here now, lad, attempting to raise the dead, to fill the ranks of her unholy armies from the tombs below. She must be stopped.
Meanwhile, the conjurer has approached the manor mines.
You have arrived. Lives are at stake. Please hurry to the mines just west down the path. The foreman is waiting for you outside the miner's lodge. He'll direct you from there.
What took you so long to get here? We have a horrible problem. Horrific overgrown insects and airborne demons from the underworld have overrun the mines. Mine workers have died in defense of Nox's vital interests. Please, we beg you, clear the beasts from the mines, rescue my miners, and I shall reward you handsomely. This key will unlock the door to the first trap mine worker. He will help you find the others. I also have a beast scroll which should be quite useful.
Do well. 5 workers are trapped in the mines below us. If we hurry, we may be able to save all of them. Follow me. I can guard and operate the elevators while you search for the workers. Take this key and use it to release the first worker. He'll have another key to give you when you free him. Let's go. Follow me. Over here. I'll wait here.
area makes good use of the conjuring spell, as the imps here are quite overpowered, I think.
Thank you for freeing me. Please help me back to the elevator. I used this key to lock myself in here. Take it. You need it to release another trapped worker. Oh, I feel much better now.
Excellent. I'll start the elevator now. Take this key. It's for the locked doors down below. There you go.
I'm starting to think I should have waited to blow those up. Oh well, live and learn.
Thank you for finding me. Please take me back to the elevator. I feel much better now. Huh?
Thank you. You saved us all. Please go see the foreman. I'm sure he has a fine reward for your efforts.
You are truly a hero. My deepest thanks. While you were in the mine saving my men, the captain came by looking for you. He's waiting for you at the crossroads east of here. Before you go, please take this gold as a reward.
Having saved the miners, let's see how the wizard's doing in the bandit tunnels.
Good work with the miners, lad. With the mana supply re-established, the Wizards of Galaver will be busy tonight. But if I know Hecuba, I fear rumors of her practicing the forbidden black arts may be true, and it is up to us to journey to the Field of Valor, where you must find out for sure if she is communing with the undead through her ancestors' occult art of necromancy. Gather whatever supplies you need from these merchants, and return to me when you are ready to leave.
There are many supplementary spells in the game, such as push and pull, usually used to just solve a puzzle. There are a couple, such as moon glow, which causes the mouse cursor to glow and illuminate the area around it, which is quite neat. And in terms of when invoking a spell, I quite like the way it brings up little hand gestures and says the words to go along with them. Really brings you into the spellcasting mood. This game and Baldur's Gate are two of the only games where I reckon if magic existed, that is how it would be invoked into the world.
Done. 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 Done.
Fortunately, the wizard is immune to his own splash damage. It would be much more difficult if he wasn't.
Done. 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 Done.
There he is! He's down here!
Done. Done. Done.
Well, look what we have here. A little lost wizardry. I hope this one's more of a challenge than that wimp Stratus. Get him! 100 gold to the first one of us who draws blood!
I realised during this battle that enemies with shields will be smart enough to stop or block your fireballs if they have the time to.
You found the amulet of teleportation. Excellent. My worst fears for Stravas, however, have sadly come to pass. I shall miss him, but unfortunately we have no time for mourning. The hamlet of Bryn needs my help, and the airship captain has requested your assistance. Good luck, apprentice.
This next area is identical, for the most part, for all 3 of the campaigns. I always felt like the music here is very similar to the original Diablo game for the Cathedral.
Yes! Yes! Oh, rise my infernal minions! Mindless zombies! You will obey me and only me, for I am your one and only master. What? Are you fools? Obey me! Obey me! Damn!
Hecuba, beware. Human eyes are upon us.
What strange sorcery allows a human to be here undetected? To steal my orb? Never! You shall die in this tomb, then join the ranks of my invincible undead legions.
It will be your honor to serve, Hecuba human. But first, you need to die. Oh. You may have stopped me, but you'll never leave this crypt alive.
Unlike some games, zombies require death by fire in order to be truly dead. When you factor in weapon durability as well, it starts to become a bit more of an involved process later on in the game. Traps like these would be issues for other classes, but warriors know how to use their head. Another of the warrior's abilities is to tippy-toe across cracked ground, which would otherwise crumble under your feet. Or you can just do that. The warrior also gains the ability to shout and interrupt spellcasters, as well as see them if they turn invisible.
Sir, help me, please. A mob of foul ogres just invaded Bryn, the village north of here, and kidnapped almost all of the maidens. One of them is my sweet sister Glinda. Please rescue her, and I promise you a reward.
Hurry, lad. The women don't have much time. You must rescue all of them before the ogres eat them. Your warrior skills are becoming finely honed, aspiring Fire Knight. I must launch you on one more quest to determine your worthiness to wield the ultimate weapon against the evil queen. Ogres have attacked the village at Bryn and kidnapped the women, the fairest flowers of all the hamlet. The barbarity is unspeakable. You are the only one fit to enter the ogre's realm of Grok-Tor to punish the beasts and bring the maidens back alive and unharmed.
This next area is also extremely similar for all three classes. The ogres, although quite tough, are simple enough to get around for the most part. They do like their traps.
been quite the troublemaker. Now you must be punished. This is for your own good.
Thanks for your help. Now we just have to find our way out of here.
With the Ogre Lord dead, Jack frees the women and heads back.
Exceptional! Bryn owes you the deepest debt of gratitude. But no time to celebrate with these vibrant beauties now. Hecuba's on the move. We must stay close on her trail if we are to have any chance at stopping her evil schemes.
Thank you so much, kind adventurer. Take these as tokens of my appreciation.
I know now that I can entrust you with my true name, Jandor. Yes, I was the one who led those brave sons of Nox onto the field of valor. All those who now may have died in vain, unless we can stop her. One last hope for Nox remains, the Staff of Oblivion. Long ago, because of the staff's awesome might, it was disassembled and taken to different parts of Nox. So now, the first part you must get is the Halberd of Horrendous. I hope since you trained with him that Horrendous will want you to have it, but no matter what, you must get the halberd. Without it, there is no Staff of Oblivion.
This next section of the game is quite dull for the warrior and the conjurer, but the wizard gets his own special level, so we'll be following that one.
It is essential you get the halberd, but Horrendous won't just hand it over. This may get very ugly, lad, but these spells will help. Invisibility will be invaluable for sneaking past the guards. The lock spell will help keep anyone from following you on your way out. Good luck and good speed.
The invisibility spell is quite unique. After cast, your character becomes transparent to you and invisible to all others, while standing still or walking slowly. If you begin to run, you become transparent to everybody. It allows for a completely different style of gameplay if you choose to do so. Coming out fireballs brandished is entirely reasonable here, but I find it far more fun to sneak around, and it remains a viable option for the rest of the game.
That sounded much larger than a sewer rat.
Having snuck into the fortress, it's time to take down Horrendous and claim the staff for herself.
What manner of trickery is this? I will kill you all myself.
That sounded much larger than a sewer rat.
No! I cannot die! This is not possible! Fire Knights, avenge your warlord!
Alternatively, for the warrior or the conjurer, this is what transpires.
Worry not, young warrior. I am in complete control of the situation. I shall take the field wherever Hecuba pleases. It does not matter where. But then, I shall throw down the challenge of single combat, which no one may refuse. Once I alone face her, she shall understand the true meaning of warlord.
Horrendous! Your fire knights are toads. Your cause is mud. And your worth is dirt. Give me your halberd and I'll let you and your little sheep live for now. Resist, and I will level all Dunmere.
Hecuba! Your brazen assault on Dunmere's inner sanctum has only saved me the trouble of finding you and ending your evil reign before it begins. I challenge you to single combat, Hecuba. You may not refuse my challenge, or your minions will see the cowardice of your rule, and your authority will vanish like dust in the wind.
Why, thank you, Horrendous. I'd love to dance with you. I thought you'd never ask. Mind if I lead? Oh, death and victory, the sweetest brew. My necromancer's blood sings in my veins with an unholy joy. The doorway to all Nox is open to me. I shall rule supreme.
Oh! May Saint Grendel have mercy on my soul! This bitter defeat was not supposed to happen. The sands of my hourglass are quickly running out, lad.
Retrieve the old warlord's staff and take it from here to the place I instructed you, and do it now.
A fallen warlord, how quaint. One of my favorite sights. You shall not be needing this anymore, and we have much more use for it than you ever did. I'll take your halberd now. Thank you, Horrendous. No, please. Don't get up.
Your pathetic life hangs in a precarious balance, odd mortal. If you wish to stay alive, stay away! And this is your only warning.
Let no one follow, or the bite of this halberd will be the least of your worries. I take no prisoners.
Hubris, pride, arrogance, call it what you will, the cause of my downfall. But dwelling on my fate is now moot. You must recover my halberd before the necromancer leaves Dunmere, or all is lost. Use the halberd, complete the incorporation with the Staff of Oblivion, and defeat Hecuba. Oh, I fear I am done, lad.
You were warned, warrior. Now the price of this folly will be your gravestone. Warrior, a curse on your blood forever. Hecuba's forces grow by the hour. The next component of the staff is the Heart of Nox, a fountainhead of magical power. Once it is part of the staff, its touch destroys a demon at the slightest contact, a lightning bolt of power. Bring the Heart of Nox back from the wizard's tower. Oh yes, a cautionary note, lad. Fire Knights and those following the way of the warrior are rarely welcome in Gallivre. Simply put, they are hated. Be advised. That's it. Go! Let nothing stop you, lad. All of Nox is depending on you.
The next section of the game, involving the wizard's tower, is nearly identical for the warrior and the conjurer, the only difference being conjurer fights ogres in the tower, the warrior fights the wizards. But as for the wizard, he doesn't get to go to the tower for very long before he's banished to the underworld, that is.
Thank the stars you made it, mage. Hecuba's forces are everywhere. We must take the Heart of Nox away from here. Teleport to the teleporter. Quickly. It will take you to the Temple of Apes.
Silly old man. You should have stayed in your nice cold jail cell back in Groktor. I'll have to pound a few ogre heads together for letting you escape.
It's too late, Hecuba. My young mage is already teleporting away.
You cannot stop me, Horvath. I now have the power to destroy you, old man. Fine. Run away, little wizard. You're going somewhere far warmer than Ix. This teleporter now goes to the underworld.
It's at this point in the game where the wizard starts having a really hard time. Almost all of the fireball projectiles, and from this point on will one-shot the wizard, because his health bar is simply too low. If you don't have force field up and it hits you, you get dead. I tend to see this as a good thing, as it makes the gameplay much more tense, but it can also quickly devolve into frustrating when you realise there's nothing you could have done.
Hurry up, you fools! What? So...
As for the warrior, well, surprise surprise, he's not exactly welcome in the wizard's tower.
And now, class, your final exam. Kill him!
There's many different types of wizards in the tower. Some will just slow you down, others will force you to drop your weapon, some will unload fireball after fireball into your face. Just as a side note, both the warrior and the conjurer get to explore the tower in its entirety, excluding the basement. However, the wizard, the one the tower is named after, barely gets a look in the entire game. What I've shown you is about 99% of what the wizard gets to see. Kinda disappointing. He never gets to see it properly.
The third component of the Staff of Oblivion is the Weirdling Beast, which is found within the Temple of Ix. Go there, lad. Find the Weirdling, but bring it back with the greatest care. Only the halberd you have can carry it, since its touch destroys all other metals. Powered with the heart of Nox's fountainhead of magical energy, the Weirdling Beast's bottomless appetite for pure power is kept well fed. Together, they create a supreme weapon against the evil Queen's minions.
The following section is identical for the free.
We have been expecting your arrival. The Sacred Order of Oblivion are the caretakers and devout guardians of the Weirdling. Once you reach the Weirdling, the beast will cling to the staff, since the heart of Nox contains the richest source of energy it requires, much more than the meager offerings in the pools. The Weirdling thrives on pure energy, which it receives from the Zon pools in the remote depths of our subterranean temple. With the energy provided by the staff, the Weirdling Beast can channel the very forces of life itself. It is a weapon without peer, and will even channel a bit of your adversary's life into your own. It is time to resume your quest, lad. Hecuba grows more powerful with each passing minute.
The Temple of Ix contains a lot of traps, mostly pitfalls or death, but the biggest difficulty spike in it are the beholders. Although, compared to the warrior, the conjurer and the wizard have almost no trouble taking them down. The warrior is at a massive disadvantage when fighting them, mostly due to one spell they cast on themselves, Shock. If you so much as brush past them, you'll be hit for about 300 damage, I think. We are also introduced to the mimic opponent in this temple. If you're clever, you can hear them growling, and it can help you pick the correct chest.
Attacking Hecuba in her stronghold in the land of the dead is what she expects least, yet getting there through the dismal swamp holds a host of challenges in itself. Find Aldwin's conjurer brother Mordwin in the swamp. He'll help you with supplies. Reach the far side of the swamp and beware of the ogre outpost. Find the nomad trading post outside the gates to the land of the dead. Do that, lad, and you'll be in a prime position to attack Hecuba from her blind side. Here we are, lad, the dismal swamp. This is as far as I can safely take you. A short way up this path you'll find the home of Mordwin, brother of Aldwin the conjurer. He's expecting you. I must hurry, and so should you. You remain our only hope.
Traversing the swamp is the same for all three classes. It's also considerably dull, so I'll be skipping over it, straight to the assault on Hecuba's fortress.
Please, I can't fend them off much longer.
Do you have a healing potion to cure a dying man? Thank you. I'll guide you to the entrance of the land of the dead, but beyond that, I fear I'd only endanger you. The scrying eyes of Hecuba have an uncanny skill for spying on the natives of Nox.
There are many obstacles on your way to the fortress, but this one is my favourite.
Choose death now, and join the front lines of the proud fallen. Or die hideously, only to become a shameful, mangled lackey.
The orb which brought you here to Nox is the same orb which holds the souls of the ancient necromancers and enables Hecuba to inject those unholy souls into the undead. Once the orb is installed on the staff, the weirdling's power is harnessed to trap those souls once again. To make this possible, lad, you must tread where no living man has walked for decades. You must enter the land of the dead, find Hecuba's sacred chambers, and retrieve the orb to complete the Staff of Oblivion.
Within Hecuba's fortress there are many traps and mazes, and many small micro-puzzles to complete along the way. I remember getting stuck here when I played through this as a teenager. Apparently I didn't understand throwing things at things made things happen. Maybe it's not that simple. I always quite like this room, watching the enemies bounce off the balls into the spikes. Pretty fun. This is a point of no return. I hope your gear's in good condition, because the first time I came through here it sure as hell wasn't. Ended up defeating Hecuba almost in the nude.
Dark vow etched in my necromancer's blood, I command thee, obliterate him!
Having assembled the staff completely, it becomes an overpowered weapon and extremely satisfying to use. And just as a little side note, there's a sign down here that says, to recharge your mana, stand next to a crystal. This is the first time a warrior will ever encounter that. You need to do that to recharge the staff. I can just imagine one of the playtesters crying to the developers, "Oh, my staff stopped working right at the end of the game and I can't win now. It's so unfair." To which they roll their eyes and reluctantly place a noob sign at the end of the game.
Granted, Hecuba's escape by teleporter to the underworld is a sign of her desperation, but as long as she wears her crown and holds the wand of death, no one will sleep soundly in Nox tonight. And you, lad, can't return to Earth until her fate is sealed. You must pursue her into the underworld, complete her utter defeat. For the glory of Fire Knights standing today, and the ones who fell before on the field of valor. Do it for them, lad. Get Hecuba!
You flee. You have no place here. Not in my domain. Not in this land. But your infernal meddling will not go unanswered. Your cursed soul will rot in the underworld for eternity. So much to learn for so small a brain. Catch me if you can.
The fight with Hecuba is a mix of cat and mouse, depending on how well you play, and often drags on for a fair while if you can't find her.
allow it. I will not. Your constant interference has ruptured my carefully laid plans, but your pathetic body, blood, and soul will be mine. I demand it. It shall not end like this! I shall return!
What'd you do with the TV, Jack? Jack, are you alright? Jack? Are you smoking? What did you do to your shirt, Jackie? Jack, why are you looking at me like that? Jackie? Jackie, answer me, Jack. Where's the TV, Jackie? Where's that smell?
So that's the ending for The Warrior. Comedic, fits in with the tone of the game, but ultimately unsatisfying in my opinion. And I guess the implication being Hecuba's crown will be put on possibly Jack's girlfriend at some point, and she will become the new Hecuba in that world. Not sure. Anyway, let's have a look at the Conjurer's ending.
Ah, you're a bold but foolish one indeed. Now you must pay the ultimate price for your insolence. My minions will teach you a harsh lesson. You'll sadly have scant time to remember, since your pathetic death is imminent. Guards, dispose of this nuisance. This time you've crossed the line, puny mortal.
We're given the ability to teleport right at the end of the game, which either really works well for your playstyle or massively complicates it, like it does for me. I feel like I should have been given a level before this, but so be it.
You shall pay for this intrusion with your worthless life.
This was my second attempt at defeating Hecuba as a conjurer, and I absolutely wrecked her. But the first attempt it just kept dragging on. It was about 25 minutes of running in circles. Every time she teleported away, she'd just fully heal. It was a real pain in the ass. I'm glad she went down so quickly on the second attempt though.
You tried to kill me, but you failed. Perhaps you'd like me to show you how it's done. Woo! You missed. I see you're a failure as a conjurer as well. Huh?
are you doing?
Open the door.
Let me go!
I didn't miss. Now stay there. Here. Why don't you keep this?
Thank you, lad. A fine trophy of a hard-won battle. I'll treasure it for the rest of my cloud-sailing days.
Take me home, Captain. Let's see if we can't find you a plug for this thing.
I'm not quite sure those character models were capable of that sort of acrobatics, but at least they tried. I do like how they involved the actual Conjurer's abilities in the end cutscene. It was a nice touch. And based on the little stinger at the end, it leads me to believe that this was intended as the canon ending, should there be a sequel. But of course that's just speculation, seeing as how there never was one. Let's have a look at the wizard and the most difficult ending to the game. Much like the Conjurer, the wizard is given a couple of spells, including teleport.
Know your limits, mortal. You're on my land now. Meddle any further into my business and you'll pay with your life. Run while you can, pup. Horvath was a true master, and I dealt with him handily. Had he taught you all he knew, your cause would still be hopeless. Run now, boy, and I might grant you a year of peace, or face me and suffer eternal darkness.
This is by far the most difficult fight you can have with Hecuba. She carries the wand of death as she does in all her fights, but against the wizard, it's capable of one-shotting him even through a force field. It's quite literally just luck if the game kills you or not. Aside from that, it is an extremely involved fight, where we're constantly casting shields and attack spells and heals all over the place just to survive. And to top it off, it's a two-part fight. The second half is even more difficult.
Horvath was a poor teacher if this is the best you can muster. I hope you're a quick learner. Try this one for size. The intensity I felt during this fight really made it feel like an actual wizard battle.
something you would only otherwise be able to do in a Dungeons and Dragons game, for example.
What? No! It's not possible! Humbled by this off-world mortal! This truth is the bitterest of foul poisons to end like this!
Welcome to the land of the dead, mortal.
You sure fit right in.
Ha! Looks to me like you need a little more warm-up.
Home run!
Not bad, but it lacks a certain spark of creativity.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh no. Not by a long shot. Where shall I send your remains, mortal? Who are you?
I might ask you the same question.
You're not from around here.
No, but I'm beginning to like it.
I find this ending to be the most awkward of them all, even when compared to the flip-flopping Conjurer. I don't really have much else to say about it. It just doesn't leave much of an impression on me. Am I supposed to believe that the reversal of her powers turned her good? This doesn't really make much sense. Then again, I'm trying to make sense of a game that involves magical dimensional travel, so probably overthinking it. And that's Nox. Quite an incredible game in my opinion, with a great control scheme, 3 distinct campaigns, and a world just begging to be explored. Not to mention a massive amount of charm in just about every aspect of the game. And yet, despite all that, no sequel, which is a crying shame. A series with this much potential, just thrown away and forgotten. What a disappointment. I'm a Jaded Gamer. Thank you for watching.